25%.
All right. Wait, hold on. Quick prediction. Chances that Posy pulls up with the hookah in hand right now. Hold on, let me do the yes, no, 30 seconds, 30 seconds.
I'm putting all my points in. He got it.
All right, 30 seconds real quick. Does Posy have a hookah in his hand, yes or no?
100K bet, 100K bet.
100K.
100K bet right now.
Remember, he's at his house right now.
Oh, for sure. 37,000. Here you go. Here you go.
All right. Let's 40K on Posy, 55K on yes. Jeez.
Nah, we all lose. That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be upsetting. All right, we're pulling him in. All right. Hello. Posy? Uh-oh.
Hello?
Hi, Posy.
Hey, what's good, gang? What's the word, everybody? Chilling? Y'all can hear me?
Oh, bro,
Okay,
yeah.
What's good, my heart?
How you feeling, bro? It's a GOAT.
Stop the alerts right now, guys. I'm gonna pause the alerts real quick. Posy, we have a very important question. Offer it.
What's up?
Do you have a hookah in hand?
I mean, not smoking one now.
Yeah.
Wow. It would be this one time where Posy doesn't have a hookah.
I just woke up. Nigga, like, that's a little heavy.
Bro.
Yeah, I lost all my points, yo. There's no way.
We had a prediction that you had a hookah in your hand and Jabo put 37K. And
I put 37K on you, bro. I put it all on you, bro. Pause.
Posey without the hookah is
That's
is crazy.
crazy,
That's
gang.
crazy. You must have just got out the slumber, bro. You must have just.
Yo, bro, like, I don't know how the fuck I just woke up on time. So I woke up like at 5:57 for, our favorite content creator, Daniel.
Oos.
So he could probably hype some shit up or instigate some shit as he talks to me today.
Nah, bro. You know.
That's on you, bro.
Posey couldn't be a
That's
faker
on
3
you,
times in a
Posey.
row, right?
That's on you, Posey.
What you said, Kate?
I said you couldn't be a faker 3 times in a row, right?
Of course not, 100%. You're not just not showing up to the podcast. That's it. I'm like number one in the fake list.
Yeah, free 100%. I mean, you're already on that list, So
I mean, K7's at the top though.
Hey.
Was that Angelic Gate?
hey,
Was that
man.
Angelic Gate?
Between you, Hook, and K7, I can't tell who's more fake. And it is what it is.
I think it's K. It's 100% K. It goes K, then me, then Hook.
Yeah. Aight. Anyways, what's going on, Posy? How you doing? Welcome to the pod. How you feeling, gang?
I'm feeling good, man. Quick question to you. What's the name of the podcast?
This is the pod.
It's the pod, right?
Wow.
This is the name of the podcast. The unofficial name is East Coast Last.
Okay. I mean, that's creative. I like it. The pod. A round of applause, guys, for the pod. Yeah.
I mean, cut out.
East Coast Last? East Coast Last?
East Coast
Bro, what
Last.
happened to your mic, little sis?
Yeah, he chipped out for a second, but we here. The tripod is crazy.
Sorry.
He likes the tripod. It's kind of hard.
But
I like it.
What's up? All right, so
That's
Posy,
the word, man.
like I was saying, how you feeling? What's going on with you? What's going on in the life of Posy? Let's start there.
The life of, like just now, like
No, gaming wise.
I don't know, gaming wise. So like, yeah, like ever since Saturday, I kind of took a break, kind of like just want to refresh the hands. Been playing a lot of Dragon Ball, especially since like Angelic 8 week. And we've all been playing like a ton of Dragon Ball, and comes this past Saturday, since we all competed, I just kind of just like almost just want to be like, let me chill, but it feels unavoidable, man. I just had Scare Me and Explicit here, but we was playing Guitar Hero, so like, I just want to make sure like I didn't really want to play Dragon Ball much. So like tomorrow I'm gonna get back on it with the training. We got Frosty coming up, so we gotta get ready for that, of course.
Winning? You winning Frosty?
Yeah, I'm going to Frosty.
Posy is going to Frosty.
First week.
Why? What are your expectations for Frosties?
I think depending on the pool, just getting out of the pools, of course. That's always like the expectations. That's always like the goal for me. And then take it from there. Match per match. Pretty much it's a match per match thing. After that, if we get top 8, we get top 8. If we get 17th, we normally get 17th. If it's a top 32 pool, if 25th is my position, the goal, the one that will leave me satisfied is always coming out of pools.
Okay. Why is that your goal? Only making out of pools. Why is that the bar, the ceiling, I guess? Oh, why is that your expectation? Why just getting out of pools is the goal?
It's the bare minimum that I feel like I could meet. I never want to set my expectations too high. I'm usually one of those guys that I go into something always expecting the worst, even when the outcome usually isn't really going to lead to that. But like, I always go in with the expect the worst, hope for the best mentality. So sometimes there's times where I'm like, I expect the mid best, and my ass will go 2-2 at a major, man, and never come out of pools and shit like that. So I remember like going to Otaku, which is like my best performance yet. I got ninth there. I don't know, man. Otaku was like the preparation for Otaku was different. Like I remember I got there a day earlier. I feel like that helps a lot when you go to a major. You take a day to just rest, and then the next day you really have a full day to yourself for in the respective city that you're in. So I was in Orlando for pretty much 3 days.
Can you expand on that bit? Like, what kind of advice can you give to players who are going to their majors for the first time, who don't really know what to expect or how to perform or what to do or anything like that, going to a major for the first time? What can you give to those players?
I think it's heavy when you so a lot of times the plan a major we usually start Friday, right? And we'll end on Sunday, and depending on the game, the tournament's that game, it's usually a 2-day event, so you will start that Friday. And the goal is probably to reach the top 32 or the top 24 or top 16 in that pool and prepare for the next day, right? Sometimes a lot of players get in Thursday night. And, we experienced that. Like, our first time going to a major, right? We went to CEO in 2021. But we got in, like around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night. We wasn't in bed till 2. And we had pools, like, I want to say at 10 in the morning. I think my pools was either 10 or 12 in the afternoon. And if you think about that time window, by the time we finally got rest, you only had 10 hours to get ready for that specific tournament. And I remember I got fucking double jeopardy by be tripping. I got 4 Brody comebacks that happened to me, and it's just like that amount. So it's like, you almost don't have time to think about it, like mentally process it. So I think the difference was, Otaku was like, I got in a day earlier. I took a whole day to think about it. Then on top of that, the other day that I had for free, I went to Universal Studios. I just went to Orlando, smoked a hookah with my mans. You feel me? And then I went to Otaku 10 a.m. and I just worked. I did a really good job that day. I remember I went 2-1 with Enzim. I was the only one I got a game off him in this pool. And I toured the rest of the field all the way to that 9th place match, and then I lost to Diablo.
It's interesting that you bring up the fact that you actually had a chance to spend a day to just do what you want to do, going to Universal Studios, hanging out with your friends and stuff. That's interesting because a lot of times it's true. Players usually fly in. If the tournament's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, players fly in Thursday instead of that Wednesday. And then that Thursday day is either late, delayed, or getting late at night. You don't really have enough time to just prepare and get settled in and actually do your thing. But I actually like the fact that you had a time to go for yourself. So then, when you said you lose double jeopardy to Diablo, right?
Nah, well, in Otaku, I lost to Enzim then Diablo.
And then Enzim then Diablo. Okay. You got double jeopardy at tripping.
It's a tripping at 2021 to CEO. Yeah,
it's a tripping. Okay. What kind of practices have you done? Because it's always been, I don't know. I feel like there's always been like this stigma around you of like, oh, Posy's not good at the game. He can't be good. There's no way. I'm sure you probably might have heard those people being, talking around you, talking behind you, saying Posy's not that good. But you've been proving it, like little by little, that you've been improving. What do you say about that?
I think it's one of those things that you just gotta kind of like tune it out. You gotta tune it out and just play your game. Again, I know the stigma is I'm a commentator, so I have to be free. I play Goku Black, so it should be free, right? But like, a lot of people don't know. Sometimes I'm not one of those commentators that actually just like watch and just do my job, right? I'm a commentator that plays the game, and like I'm a training. Well, the one thing I think people in the community should never like actually like sleep on is when you're a training source. People come to my house to practice, to get better, to crack pretty much. And if you don't think the host is gonna get better with time, then like I don't know what to tell you.
See,
It's the same with you, right, Danny? Because I feel like you're playing extremely strong, and now you're getting in that role where you're hosting sessions, and you're having strong players come to the crib, and you're cracking. You're only gonna get better. Whether people look at you a certain way or not, they have no choice to accept it. Eventually, once you get the opportunity to show that you're that guy.
yeah.
That guy.
It's always interesting though, right? Because how you mentioned that you're also a commentator, right? There's a lot of commentators who, I mean, I think majority of the commentators who commentate this game particularly play, right? Like Dunk, Tyrant, Damascus, like you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all play the game. Very, very limited people actually don't play the game with commentators. Like very small percentage.
Yeah, which is true. Yeah.
Right. So I do think you guys are all fairly good at the game, but I never hear people just outright say, "Oh yeah, Tyrant, he commentates the game. Yeah, he's not good." I don't hear those things, but for you, it just happens, and it's just so weird because when they see you stream and you boot up a session and you have all these players at your house, you have Lincoln, you have Faulty, you have Prodigy, you have June, you have Nitro, you have everyone, all these players that are really good, strong players go to your crib and train. It's like you mentioned, you're naturally just gonna get better, even if you're not on par with them. But playing with them will make you get on that level. Eventually, you're gonna you go from like a 3 out of a 10 to a 4 out of 10, out of 5 out of 10, and so on, right? Like you just start getting better naturally. And it's just interesting how a lot of people who view the game or see the game be like, oh, Posy on the screen, this should be a free 2-0. I don't know. I don't really like that hater energy per se.
Nah, but players are haters at the end of the day. I'm gonna keep it stacked. Like I remember, like just this weekend, reviewing the matches, and I had the chat on the side. I don't know. I don't know how your chat gets down, honestly. I just see like this mad people just saying, "Yo, is this a stain? Is Posy being Daniel? Is this a stain on Daniel's resume? Yo, Nitro's about to lose to Posy. Is this a stain?" You feel me? Like
the doubters.
I'll take a step back. I'm like, yo, bro, like,
What do you mean this is a stain?
like the same people that are saying this, I'm like, y'all can't even come close to doing what I'm doing against Nitro.
Look,
that's with all due respect.
See, look, I don't know if you can see my screen right now, but they said that this was a stain on my legacy. Cause they had
you know, so like, so me, I don't know how to take it. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna chalk it up to like Twitch chatters being Twitch chatters. You know what I mean? So I was just like, okay, I guess it's a stain to lose to me. You feel me?
That's what I'm talking about. People don't actually understand that you're actually good at the game, which is why I keep bringing it up, right? I don't understand where this whole thing comes in, because I would say you're one of those players who started off playing the game, not being the best, but you was always determined to do better, to be better. And it's been showing with time. Like I still remember, for those who don't know, or maybe the old heads know, but Posy used to come to the house and he would play with his undershirt. He put his undershirt on his left hand and put his hand on the D-pad and just play like, I don't have a pad on me, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The old heads. They bring out their white tee and they just start playing with like that, You
gotta make sure you don't burn your fingers.
Yeah. The old head mentality. So going from there all the way to where you are now, where you're getting knife at CO Taco and you're placing well, you're beating all these strong players. Even recently at AOC, right? You're down. You're up against Nitro, and you had the game-winning level 3, was it? And you just misinputted.
Nah.
Broke my heart, bro.
So like high-level Dragon Ball is hard, guys. Especially when you're playing against, especially when you're playing pretty much one of the best in the world. I made a decision. And I for a split second, I thought level 3, but I said, fuck, I'm gonna chase the tech. Because it's like, no, because like, here's the thing about the game, right? This is how I approach the game. You gotta understand yourself when you play this game. You gotta understand your limitations. You gotta understand your strengths. And and that's how I play the game. I can't play like a lot of people say just pick lab code. Unfortunately, I can't do super dash IED to get that read jump, bro. So I just can't.
You're lying.
I can't. Like I'll get it like three out of 10 times. I have bad execution.
So you can do Bluku loops, but you can't do that.
I can't do IED into medium.
But this is important, right? Like you're recognizing your weaknesses as a
player. Well, yeah, that's true too. Like at least you're saying it.
You know what I mean? And like everyone's like, yo, pick the top tiers, play this, play that. And I think a lot of them lose, like, because like, yo, y'all missing, identity is important in this game. Mm-hmm. I truly think identity is very important in this game. And like, understanding yourself, understanding your strengths. A lot of people just think, yo, let me pick the team, let me pick the shell, and it should take me far.
Yep.
And sometimes people stay in the same place. They don't get no better.
Mm-hmm. I also agree with you because you're one of the only people, like we had this conversation probably, a year and a half ago now? We was talking about we had a long discussion with the Bluku chat about Bluku Anchor, and you were preaching it. You were preaching it. You're like, nah, like that shit is OD, it's broken. And like I'm not gonna cap to you. You've shown us several times, like within your tourney runs, and then even me playing Bluku, like I'd be like, damn, like okay, Posy spitting, like this character will kill you if he get the touch on Anchor by himself. He got enough bar. So it's like, I think that another reason why we've seen you progress so much as a player is that you, like you said, you stayed true to yourself, and then you worked through all the kinks. So you knew where Goku Black was at, you knew where Bluku was at, and you knew that your lap coat Oki got nerfed. So you've been finding ways to work around those things that you can't do anymore, and we can see it in your gameplay.
And I appreciate that. The Bluku Anchor is still up for discussion, I guess. So you can probably say it's not.
I agree with you. I think he can be played anywhere, honestly.
He can be played anywhere. Honestly, I think his assist is a lot stronger than like a lot of people give it credit. It gets credit, but like for Margin 21, I think
it's broken.
It's broken. So like the show is still enough. Actually, funny enough, in this meta, it's not broken. It's not a broken show, right? But like, shit is nonsense. Like P-Power hit Nitro, I did double dive. I whiff dive, and then I called Bluku away. I'm like, he's gonna dash. And like, if he doesn't dash block in time, he's gonna get hit. I was able to get that hit. So it's like Bluku, like I just think 21 with Bluku support is still nonsense.
What I'll also add to that is the fact that you've been playing these characters for a really long time, so you really understand them. It's similar to like when people tell me, Danny, just drop Adele, stop playing her. And it's like, I can drop her, but then that's the fun for me, right? The creativity, what keeps me playing the game for you is Goku Black, right? Like people tell you, how many times have people told you, yo, Posy, stop playing Goku Black, and you try, you drop him, you're like, the game is not fun for me without him, right? It's the identity that Goku Black gives you, the Margin 21, the Bluku. It's what makes you want to play the game. These are a couple of your favorite characters. I know your favorite is Majin Vegeta, but he's not in the game.
He's not in the game, man. I don't know. One of them gotta go if he pop out.
Right. But imagine a Posy where you're not playing your 3 favorite characters or your 3 most favorite characters.
Not fun for you anymore.
I don't think I'll be as good.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
I don't think I'll be like as good because a lot of us I don't think a lot of us are like 100% in, or at least like 80% in when it comes to Dragon Ball.
What do you mean by that? Like 80% in?
Like, at least because, like, me, when I play my team, that's 100% me, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of players, with this meta, it's not easy either, right?
Oh, you're saying everybody, like a lot of players sold their soul to the fusions and lab code.
Yeah. There's a lot of CAD drivers.
Damn.
That's the point. There's a ton of CAD drivers.
Are you calling Kite a CAD driver?
Damn. Yeah, Kite.
No, I'm like one of 4 players that can actually play that team, bro.
No, but Kite. But I think Kite likes the team he's playing right now.
That's just the same.
That's it.
So wait. So we're saying there's some bus riders and some bus drivers.
If you was to ask Posy, there's a lot of CAD drivers, man. And I agree. I agree because a lot of times we follow what like the next nigga's doing. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. The number one cat driver in Dragon Ball right now is literally Enzo.
Damn.
Yeah.
And we call him a cab driver?
He's a crab driver, but my nigga, that nigga is the Uber Black. That guy is
Uber Black. He's an expensive cab driver. He's an expensive
Uber
cab
Black is
But however, unfortunately for Enzo, right, I think him being a cab driver benefits him than him being himself. Because in a perfect world, I think he wants to play a team such as like Vegeta 42, right? But it's not the strongest thing. You know what I mean? But when he busts out Team Fenretti, which is Fusions and Labco, I think he's the one that gets that credit, right, guys? Like he's like the owner of that team. That's Team Fenretti, right?
Well, I would say Wawa, right? Didn't Wawa start doing that first?
That's Team Everybody, bro. Come on, let's
Team
listen.
Everybody.
You can say Team Everybody.
That's Team Everybody.
You feel me? Team Everybody. Like at the end of the day,
I like that.
Yeah, like ain't nothing wrong with being a cab driver because a lot of cab drivers have had success in this shit. Just following the next thing. You know what I mean? I think Enzo is at the top. So like,
Ads
so
is
yeah.
stroking me crazy. What DA
But like,
wants
but
you
that-
all.
Go ahead, J-Bo.
I wanted to ask you a question. Can you describe
Thank you,
the
explicit.
materials that you have in your couch that makes it so comfortable? Like,
what?
Can we discuss the materials? Because I'm not like if anybody knows Posy, anybody go to Posy. First off, Posy has the best hospitality that you can ever meet with somebody. Like very, very loving person, very dope person.
Thank you,
My
man.
man,
Jay
my
is
son wants
J-Bo,
your dicks in my
J-Bo's
mouth.
up there too in Atlanta, man.
Wait, hold on, ayo. Hey, yo, all right, ayo. Listen, that's imposter J-Bo, chat. That's imposter J-Bo. That is not me. But Posy's couch is like a bed, no cap. I remember I went over there, and my first day I got off the flight. Po's like, "Oh, you straight? You sure you straight?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Yo, what's wrong? Like, why am I so tired?" And then I looked up, and I was up. Wait, hold on, next day. Nah. Outside of that question, another question I wanted to ask you is, who do you feel like pushed you to where you're at in the level now? Because obviously, from where you started at before to where you're at now, you're like a way better player, and you just seem like you enjoy the game more as well. I'm not sure if it's like the current meta or I don't know what it is about it, but it seems like you like the game now. So is it like a certain player that pushed you, or what made you want to be like, all right, I want to just take it to another level really fast?
I could say this, like the player that it started changing for me. It was when I started playing with Ray Ray. Yeah, Ray Ray was like, it starts with him, right? And because when he talked, like I listened, like it was just like crazy. Like he's like, he highlighted what was good about me, which I think a lot of people didn't do. The thing is, he was the first sessions I would have. It was with Ray Ray and Faulty, and then I would have June there. I would have Nitro there. Of course, I'm the wackest in the room, right? But I'm learning watching these guys play. I'm gonna keep it a stack. You know how I mentioned cab drivers? Yeah. My offense is a poor man faulty cab driver. I'm a faulty cab driver. I try to base my offense of how faulty does offense. Like his offense is fucking insane. My son will go all the way to the sky and super dash and somehow gets a 50-50 off of it. Freestyle. So like I learned how to freestyle from like faulty, and then Ray Ray was good at it too. So for me, it starts with Ray Ray and Faulty pretty much. They the ones that kind of like started that run, and then little by little I got better. And then also commentating, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I've been seeing Nitro for the past 4 or 5 years. I've been seeing these niggas I've been seeing high level Dragon Ball for like the past 4 to 5 years.
You've been seeing a lot of you've been seeing a lot of greatness around you, so it's only natural that you eventually become great as well, right? Like that's
I think it's natural to absorb that. That's why I think I understand the game at a higher level, and I understand how I want to beat certain guys. You feel me? And like understanding yourself is like that's the most important thing about Dragon Ball. For me, that's what works for me, right? I don't know about everyone else. Everyone could probably pick up something and think, all right, this is a shortcut. It's gonna get me the win. For me, it's much more than that.
You know, I want to ask you more about the commentary side in a second, but before we get to the commentary side, we need to talk about your lows real quick. So, so this is like I'm gonna hit you right here where it hurts, right? Not where it hurts, but so when you're playing the game, right? When you're playing Dragon Ball and you're commentating Dragon Ball, and you hit those, and you know exactly where I'm going with this, and you hit those, I'm tired of these people. Yo, I don't want to do this no more. What can you say to those players that are going through those phases that you used to go through when we're sitting in those cars in front of your house for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, and we're just like, no, Posy, do it, Posy, you got this, bro, keep going. And you're like, I don't know, man, I don't want to, I'm tired of this, but you kept doing it, you kept sticking through, and you kept going, you kept grinding, and then you fly into France, you're commentating the best of the stages, you're with the best players, you're doing this, you're doing that. What can you say to those players when they're at their worst? Like at the absolute worst, and they just want to quit and give up. What can you say to them?
Damn, man. Listen to your friends when they actually are trying to get you out of the fun. I mean, again, I think all of us in New York are extremely lucky that it's more than just competing. We're bros at the same time. So, like, if you're down, I know I could get you out of bed or get you out of anything if you're feeling down, right? Like, you know, the day I got fourth at Cali, you know, that day that I beat Cali, whatever. And I got fourth at the house. Nigga, I ain't want to do anything that day. But with the pressure knocked on my door, like, your Posy can't come in. I let that nigga in for a little while. But, you know, I'm in the group chat with the gang. And they telling me, yo, pop out. I'm like, yo, I'm not feeling it, bro. I don't give a fuck about this house shit. I don't give a fuck about nothing. Sometimes there be days like that. And then you go and compete, and then you wild out. You get fourth. You know what I mean? So, like, I think if your friends are there, if your friends are there for you, that it makes it that much easier to get out of whatever funk that you're in and just go out there and fuck it. But like if you're by yourself, man, like, God, one of my rules to depression or like just dealing with like mental health is go take a shower, go for a walk, or try to smoke something. I smoke hookah, bro. I need to.
That's your go-to. But what about for those players that don't have those friends, those same outlets that you may have?
Look to the moments. If you have moments where it was good, just try to remember the moments where it was good, even when it's hard, right? You feel me? Just again, like I think taking a shower, taking a long shower, just, you know, just even talking to yourself or just being in thoughts with yourself, like just try to remember the good, but you know, everyone's mental health, you know, works differently. You know what I mean? It's weird, like mental health is a hard thing, man, especially when it comes to competing, because as competitors, right, Daniel? Like, there's nothing more hard than competing, and then add mental health to that. It's a hard hill to overcome.
we were talking about it last week with Pride, right? I believe Pride said, was it 60 or 70%? I remember which one. I think it was like 70 or 60. But Pride was saying that when you're competing, majority of it is all mental. Skill matters, but the mental is the most important because a lot of players get defeated the moment they hear, I got to play Nitro first round. And that's it, they lost. They don't even try no more. They just gave up right there.
But it's poor mentality. I think if you get Pride, if you get Nitro, enthusiasm is not as highest, but like you invite that challenge, man, and you push yourself. I'm all about pushing myself. Feel me? The true competitor in you will be like, fuck it, yeah, let's get it. I'm gonna go play Nitro. I'm gonna go play Pride. And I'll pack them up.
Yeah, I think that's important to have in the mindset when competing. Because if we go back to like this AOC, you imagine Muffin had in his head the whole time we play against Nitro, oh yeah, I'm gonna lose. I can't wait to lose. Would you still win that set?
No, because no, he wouldn't win that set. No one win that set if you go in with that corny mindset. That's all corny Twitter mindset, bro.
Twitter?
Like, yeah, that'd be the Twitch guys. Oh, I don't want to compete online. I'm just gonna compete whatever. I'm just gonna lose. Yeah, and like I find that so corny. Even though online is corny, I think online is burgerish. I don't even know if that's a word, but we're gonna call it burgerish. Bro, if you're doing something, just put your best foot forward, man.
Do you feel like that mindset stems from social media? Like that comes from it? Because I hear you say Twitter's corny. I know me and you've even had conversations about the Twitter discourse and everything, what goes on.
I,
Do you
I'm
feel
gonna say
like that affects a lot of players in our community?
I'm gonna say 77.86% of that shit. Yeah, comes from Twitter. 100%.
Gotcha.
That was crazy. I said 77.86%.
That's a very specific
Hey,
amount.
you got to be accurate. I respect it. You got
That's a
to be
very
accurate.
specific amount.
No, because like a lot of people they already scheme game they lost, man. So one thing I'm real about in this shit, no one has the ability to suffer. In this community, no one has the ability to self-reflect. That's why a lot of people stay stagnant and stay where they are.
Self-reflect? I don't. Are you saying that the best players that do self-reflect, that's the reason why they're the best?
They get better. I would say, yeah. Bro, if you talk to Pred about any loss, Pred analyzes everything. You know, it was like a week ago, I was watching Wawa versus Nitro, and I saw the specific moment where Nitro lost Evil. It wasn't that he lost a game. I saw the specific moment. You know, I text Pred about, I'm like, yo, damn, bro, I finally saw where Nitro lost Evo. Pred's like, yeah, I know, when he dropped the specific combo, right? I'm like, yo, free bro? But like, did you just read my mind? Like, that's how crazy Pred is.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Like,
talking about that. Pred he's always ready to watch his VOD, whether it's that day, that drive home, that night of, the morning of. He's always rewatching his VODs. 100%.
Like he's a true demon. Like, he gets it.
Yeah. No, it's true. But that's important, right? Because if you just play and you don't rewatch your sets, it's like you're hindering yourself because you lost, or why'd you got hit here, or why did this situation happen. If you don't go back in your videos and you watch what happened that led to that situation, it's just gonna keep on happening because you never thought about a way to prevent it from occurring. You know, this super dash right here in the corner. Why did I do that? Was this obvious? Did he know? Like, if you don't watch your setback, you don't know what happened, what led to that situation for you getting punished. Things like that are important.
Stuff like that, man. You learn like that route. There's so many different routes you could have done. Like that. Let's talk about that specific route. And like, yeah, man. Like, a lot of us don't do that. A lot of us just be like, "Guy sucks," which we should do, by the way. Fuck that. This guy does suck.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it's all.
It's always the opponent's fault. It's never our fault for at least a day. Then the next day we have to assess, look back at what we did wrong. Because saltiness is okay.
I said this before, like I've said this to you before, right? I think it's perfectly fine for you to say another player's trash. Like, I think that's fine. If I was to call you garbage or whatever, I think that's fine. As long as I'm not coming at you crazy in person, like saying you're opposed to you this, you that, I think it's all okay. I think it's all fair. That in-game answer is all fair.
Yeah, the first thing I said when I lost to Diablo, that's not better.
I said those lines.
Hold on, guys.
I know how it goes. Go ahead.
Give me 1 second. Yeah, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, you can hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Y'all guys can hear me? J-Bo, Kai, can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, yo, the first thing I said when this guy beat me, and I ain't gonna lie, he earned it. Like, he kind of kicked my ass, even though it was 2-1. The first thing I said was, yo, this guy's not better than me. But clearly he deserved it. You know what I mean? So, like, it's okay to be salty, man. We need to be salty.
Yeah. So now I want to tackle the commentary side. Can you explain to us, like, to the people that are watching right now, the people that can watch it later on YouTube? Yo, sub to the YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, right? All that stuff. But to the people on the YouTube, the people watching right now, right? The people watching the VOD, what kind of advice can you give them to a person starting out commentary for the first time? Or can you speak about when you first started commentating as well?
The first time I started commentating, I had this fake ass smooth voice. Like, I remember, but it was a start, right? Because you just want to put I think the most important thing for commentary, my biggest advice would be just be yourself. And be the best version of yourself. So like when you start, like kind of fake it till you make it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't be like kind of like the worst version of yourself. Be like the best version of yourself. I felt like it was important to present that. And then with time, once they see like, oh, this guy's not perfect, you give yourself. The thing is that Bum was the platform that really gave you the space to do that. And shout out to Bum, of course. You feel me? You could just go in, be the best version of yourself, and then with time you can let yourself loose a little bit. And like that, it's just the platform for that. So like I think that's why I did great. Cousins did it out the gate though. He said, "Screw the best version of myself. Here's me, every version of myself," and like it's worked. It's worked. So like that'll be my biggest advice. When we gotta start commentary, present the best version of yourself, and with time as you get comfortable, then present a little bit more of yourself.
But you mentioned that like Bum is the person who gave you the platform to do so to both you and Kusix, right? Big shout outs to Bum, but not everyone has a Bum in their scene.
Yeah.
That's not an everyday thing. That's I wouldn't say a privileged thing for us that live here in New York who are close to him, that can just go to his house, at will pretty much, right? Like it's really, that's not a everyday thing that everybody can do around the world. Everybody commentating for different games, et cetera, et cetera. They can't use that strategy per se. So what do you say to those people who don't have a Bum in their scene?
So again, I can only tell you, like, give you like advice from a spoiled perspective, right?
Okay.
Spoiled in the sense like we had a bump and we had a great platform, and like any of us could just jump on and we're grabbing somebody. You know what I mean? Because it's such a unique platform. And I think now what's popping right now is online tournaments. That's hard. I think right now it's really, really harder than ever to commentate in this era because, there's no offline presence unless you go to a major. You know what I mean? And so like I can only answer this from a sport perspective because I have the platform where it's almost there's a freedom to do wherever you want or try things as a commentator. But like for the people that like do online commentary, I feel like it's a struggle. It could be done because I think St. Cola comes from that.
Wait, is online commentary? Sorry, is online commentary more difficult than offline commentary?
I'd say 100%. Yeah.
What's the difference and why?
I could tell you like I could give you just my experience, right? Like when I did nationals, that was my first chance I got to commentate with Yipes, and that was like the first time like you could say like I've commentated. I mean, I was still like at that time. I remember I was still like a commentator in development, pretty much. Like yeah, like I guess I had a voice, I had like a style, but like I knew I was leagues behind. And I felt like I just got thrown to the wolves. The biggest rule of them all, which was Yipes. And I had to like do my best. And then on top of that, he's not next. I'm FaceTiming him pretty much. Like you can get vibes off of FaceTime, but like you get 1,000 more vibes when he's next. You could turn to him, crack the little joke. For me, he could turn to you and crack the little joke. The aspect is not there when you're commentating online. So like I remember like it was more so nerve-wracking and like pressure-filled because I remember Bum and Kusix went first and I was like the last one that got to commentate with him.
Mm-hmm.
And they bodied it. And like I literally had mad self-doubt. I was like, I don't think I could do this. Like I don't think I could put on a better show than what Bum and Kusix did with Yipes. So like going last put mad pressure on me, and like
you felt the pressure of the others, yeah.
Yeah, like I had to meet a standard. I remember like the first day I commentated, I had a safe word. I said that was gangster like 57 times.
Oh
that was my
God.
safe word for commentary. And I just remember thinking, yo, bro, like this commentating with the GOAT, and I bombed it. Everyone's like, you did fine. Like, everyone shut the fuck up. I know what I'm talking about. I just commentated with the GOAT, and I bombed it. Fine. I'll find a way. By the way, I look back at it. I was the worst commentator in Nationals. 100%.
Were you? Were you? I don't know.
Yeah, 100% I was the worst commentator in Nationals. Now, I'm not doing like this.
But it's
little,
not you
like,
being hard on yourself.
no, this is not self-pity. This is facts. I got better once. I got better once. What's it called? Once the playoffs started, they put me in this analytical role, and I got a little more comfortable, and like that was lit. And then I got to commentate two of the finals, like in the end, and I was like, okay, I showed a lot better. I showed off a little more. It kind of washed the stain of when I left with actual Nationals, because I had week 5, week 6, so like everything I did in the playoffs completely helped me erase everything I did, during those weeks, right?
No, I don't. Wait, hold on. Before you wait, I don't think it's fair to say for you to be even the worst. I'm not gonna even mention anybody to throw anybody underneath the bus, but I don't think it's fair to say that you're the worst commentator, considering the fact that they kept on bringing you onto the platform to continue commentating, even in future events and so on. So you must have been doing something right for them to continue running you on the platform. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with that.
Oh, I showed vulnerability and I cried. That's why I got brought back.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, yeah, you ended up crying, but you were crying out of happiness, right? Like out of this.
It's to this day, it's still one of the most like important accomplishments in my life, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Understood.
You feel me? Because like, oh, by the way, when I say I was the worst commentator, I mean the East Coast side. Overall, is what it is. But like on the East Coast side, like if you lined up me, Bum, Yipes, and Goosix, I was the worst. So we line those 4 guys up. I felt like
you're being hard on yourself again. Just know you got a lot of people who like you as a favorite commentator, but I'm gonna let you rock.
Yeah, you're definitely not the worst in my opinion either.
Yeah, but
I was just being hard on myself. I was just, you know what it was? I just remember, and like I hate to bring this up, like I just remember the first match I had to commentate, bro, and like my brother. It was freaking the mini assassin and Mama Lamba trolling.
Oh, I remember this. Yes.
And I'm like, yo, bro, I never felt so upset and like tight in my life. Like I was really like, as you could tell, like that eventually showed through because like I just had enough.
Mm-hmm.
But like, this is my first ever match with Yipes. Like magnitude is big, and you got these 2 fuck faces. Just like I can't. And part of my friends, by the way. They're just fucking trolling.
That's not hype.
Trolling.
That's not hype.
That is not hype, bro. If both of them was in front of me, I would smack fire out their mouth. Because I took that shit as like, yo, bro, like, y'all fucking with my brother, bro. Y'all fucking with me. So now I got 3 matches to commentate.
I think that speaks to like a larger issue in Dragon Ball, though.
That goes back to, I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like people take a lot of things for granted. Like a lot of I think if let's say Dragon Ball were to die, I think like 2 years from its death, we would like look back and just realize that everything surrounding the game was just a fumble from not just the devs, from us as players and commentators 100%. And content creators. Like everyone just fumbled the bag. And I hope we don't make that same mistake in Street Fighter 6 because that there are a lot of players that are already established in Street Fighter and there's a lot of money that could be made. But yeah.
So you want the Dragon Ball Z side to be on point. We move on to Street Fighter 6. Should be, yeah.
Yeah, like bro, there's no reasons that we should be fumbling sponsorships and shit, bro. Like, come on. Let's get serious.
What do you have to say to that, though, right? Because a lot of players in your position do fumble those bags in those national championship situations. What do you say to those kinds of players?
Not even just like in the championships. Like, I mean, like in terms of sponsors, like if somebody is paying you and flying you out to tournaments, why are you just like not trying to go? Like, bro, if I had like Nitro sponsor Rise and they were sending me to Finland or Brazil, I would be on a flight every other week. They're paying you to do so.
Nah,
Take advantage of it.
No, that's true, 100%.
It's not even just Nitro.
Yo, Pride just said, "Yo, wait, we subbing Nitro."
It's not even just Nitro.
Nah, unfortunately, Nitro sucks on top. So, funny enough, unfortunately, the way our position in the game right now, there's not many. I think there's no Dragon Ball Z player sponsored at the moment. You know that, right?
I
Nitro's
mean,
like the last one.
Isn't that just the last player left with the sponsor?
Enzim,
Yeah.
but Enzim's not technically not sponsored for
Enzim.
Gears, but
Yeah, Enzo got sponsored for Gears though, but in terms of Dragon Ball, there's no more sponsored Dragon Ball.
Doesn't
oh,
Yasha
yeah, Yasha
have
has one.
Oh, Yasha has one. Yeah, celery.
Yeah.
Like everyone
didn't
with the
Wade get one?
sponsor.
Yeah, Wade,
I don't know why you aren't on flights going to tournaments or shit and even what D-Night said, if you perform poorly, but so what? We're gonna be scared to not go to tournaments.
Literally, there's
that's
there's
beautiful.
5 players sponsored right now. Probably 3.
3?
3 to 4 players. It's Yasha,
Wawa,
Nitro, and I guess
Nitro, Enzem.
But that's also because the
I was gonna say
game
Hook, but not
is
Hook.
old, right? It is on its last legs. It's already what this is.
I think it's the last year.
Yeah, no, but this is why I said people fumbled very early.
Oh, you're referring to earlier on in the game's lifespan? Okay, that's what
okay. People had sponsors. Pred was sponsored too. Pred was sponsored at one point.
Yeah, I mean, memes aside, but it does become right now sponsoring a Dragon Ball player. It does become a net negative kind of situation.
It is a net negative, which is why it's already over. It's dead. It's over.
No, there's not enough.
There's
money being
in terms of
scene.
marketability. There's no reason to sponsor, which is why I didn't even say anything about Dragon Ball. I said when Street Fighter 6 and Project L comes around, we should not fumble the bag.
But the thing is, you gotta understand, Dragon Ball, and honestly, this even starts with Hook, the Kill Stage and Nutmegs, right? They
were the first ones that did it, and I guess the rest of them followed suit.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna say they were bad leaders. I can't call them bad leaders because they're the reason we probably play the game now. But I don't think they understood their roles at that time. Dragon Ball could be a whole different story right now.
You're saying as a player in the community?
As a community, yeah, because if you look back, the Vanipes, the Hooks, Super Moons, bro, they were at the top, right? They kind of led that force, at least in North America. Their behavior
was making content back then either. No players were making content.
You feel me? I just think about this, right? As community leaders, a lot of shit they did wasn't positive towards Dragon Ball. If you really think about it.
Wait, who in particular?
No, bro, the Kill Stage will call the show a party game. And this was the game we were sponsored for.
You didn't actually hurt the game?
It made lesser people in the community kind of the freedom to talk about Dragon Ball.
To an extent.
It made it easier.
It's a party game,
It made it easier for those kids to be yeah, this shit's a party game. Somewhat. Funny enough, Akari is saying that. So, Hug me, this game is boo-boo. Right? That's why, it's weird because, I don't think they understood their roles at that time. And to be fair, they're talking for themselves, but guess what? There's nothing but followers here, bro.
So you're saying they didn't recognize their power that they had by saying
not at all. Or yeah, they didn't because but then again it goes back to, did they really love Dragon Ball? I know Hook loved Dragon Ball. I know the Kill Stage kind of his heart was in Dragon Ball. I don't think they cared about the community of Dragon Ball. I don't want to say it like that, but I feel their goal in life, at least while they were in Dragon Ball, wasn't to maintain or grow the community of Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the Kill Stage and Skullgirls, that's a whole different ballgame. Sage is going above and beyond to make sure he grows that community.
But I don't think that's fair to say when players like Sage or Hook or anybody who you're pointing towards, all these players at the beginning of the game's lifespan, they did their work. They put an effort to make the game popular, to get a recognition and actually play and promote the game on a consistent basis. Maybe later on in the game's lifespan, they start showing it less love, but you can't knock the fact that they promoted the game heavily at the beginning.
I think you're just saying that they dropped the game a little bit faster than you would think that you would want them personally to do.
Go ahead.
I think that they all helped the game.
That's what I was about to say. I think they all helped the game because you got to think about it. Summit, then you got to think about what they both did respectively on their platforms as far as Twitch and YouTube goes. And then the game had that die period. Me personally, I don't see a lot of people ever talk about it. I personally think that COVID is one of the main reasons why this game is 100%.
No,
because if COVID never happened, I think a lot of this would be a different conversation right now.
I think when COVID happened, because that's when season 3 dropped, and that's when the love for the game started to fall.
Yeah, it started to fall.
We started normalizing like talking shit about the game constantly, because people were already talking about the game before. Like, you got the Marvel old heads, boomer old heads talking about Dragon Ball not a real game, this, that, and the third. But like, that's just whatever. Like, they're bitter as fuck. But like, when our own community started shitting on the game, like, it just gave like Dragon Ball like a weird aura around it, like, to talk about it. Then you got like, and this is even before Lab Code. Like, I remember hearing people talk bad about the game all the time. But then even then, when Fusion 3.5 came out, Fusions dropped, like, party game this, party game that, and like, even then, like, maybe the game was pretty, like, it's pretty like mid, but even then, like, COVID plus, everyone started hating on it, and when like it's weird because
it became a fad to hate on the game.
Yeah.
And then remember, like, towards the end of season 2, it got like a lot more negative as well. Like, a lot of people kept saying, "Oh, same level 3." Kept complaining about the Bardock level 3, complaining about GT, complaining about Snap.
We were keeping counts. Remember, like, even was it Evo where they were keeping count of Bardock?
Yeah, kept count of it. Like, that's how, like, I remember the official stream. Everybody was like, "Oh, here we go with this level 3 again. Boring ass assist again. Boring ass Bardock."
It's weird. It's weird because like, when I hear people talk about the game, like, when I say like normalize, like, I mean like, not just like good players, like when Sage says party game, or like when Nitro says the game is bad. Like, when I see, like, I just saw this on Wanted, by the way. I just saw this on Wanted. It was the end of the Yasha versus Seihan set. Yasha wasted his double jump, and then Seihan did EX Lariat on his landing and caught him, and he got hit. And then, like, that was a good move. And chat's like, game bad, game sucks, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, that wasn't the game.
But like, that goes down to the people having, not even having, just the lack of knowledge, right? If they don't know, they don't know. That's why. But it's like hip now. It's hip now to just say shit.
To hate on the
and
game.
It's like, it's just to hate on the game. Like it's just a cool thing to do now.
And like, it goes back to that point, right? Again, and a lot of people question in the chat: was it the responsibility of Sage, Hug, or Sonic, or all the top players that came out first for this game? I guess to keep the community positive. No, it's not, right? But like, they were a figure in the community, right? So now, and mind you, Sage is my brother. This is just my opinion. Me and Sage are mad cool, and Sage has done a lot for the Dragon Ball Z community. But however, when one of the best players in the world goes, this shit's a party game. This shit's memes. Kite, just how you just mentioned. I mean, the followers are kind of do the same, even though that's not Sage's intention, right? It's just he has shown that we could shit on the game. Totally fine.
But is it
unintentionally?
Can you put that weight on Sage's soul?
It's not just Sage. It's just how a lot of the top players talk about the game.
Yeah, like Nitro's another one. I could say Nitro's another one. Pred is with Hug, he be talking like that. You know what I mean? It's just that domino effect. Yeah. Sometimes I say the game is trash. The only time I started saying the game is trash was when they nerfed my Module 21 and kept Fusions the same. I became Hater Raid. I became Mr. Hater Raid.
Is it Oh, actually, I like this here. Dimitri says it's not their responsibility, but that they have audiences and influence in the community. Do you agree?
I
Or
think
disagree?
I think he just said it best. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't want to blame it on Sage, and it's not Sage's fault, right? It's not Hook's fault. It's just
It's not any one person's fault. It's just
yeah.
it's just what we allow, like what people started doing once pandemic rolled around. And
It
they
was
really
the
started with season
Yeah.
3.
Which, by the way, I think season 3 could have been the best season.
Season 3 was the best season of the game that we never got to play.
We never
In
got
my
to
That's a
truly
different
play the
conversation.
game.
That's a
Yeah.
different conversation.
So then what do so okay. So it's weird, right? Because am I just supposed to, let's say I'm top player, right? Top streamer, et cetera, et cetera. Am I just supposed to say, oh no, yeah, this game is good. Yeah, no, it's valid. Yeah, no, play the game. Or like, I'm not enjoying the game. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and tell you Dragon Ball is so fun. You know, you rather me lie to the audience, to the people who support me. You rather me just lie to them, like, no, Dragon Ball's cool.
I mean, you could be a realist. You could.
I mean, you could be realist. You
You
just
could be a
have to,
realist,
and it's
but
what
still
they
play
you
the
just have
game.
to be. You just have to accept what comes with it. And when people say you probably shouldn't say that it's a party game, probably don't get defensive about it.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, DBFZ is not in the best state. Like nobody is gonna agree that this is the best version of the game or that this game is currently good right now. But it's like you don't need to say that at every turn. But like at this point, it's too late anyways because you have people
We're
that
at the
don't
end of the
even
game
understand.
cycle.
You don't even understand the game 5 years in, and you probably will never understand the game another 5 years later. Saying that shit, so like,
Okay, but
it doesn't really matter. The game is over.
Okay.
This is just like a lesson learned type of thing.
So then, as a community, right? As a community, what do we do as a community to not have it be viewed that way? Because let's say I'm a new player, right? I'm coming to the scene. I have people come into the chat all the time, say, "Hey, I'm thinking about copying this game," and the chat instantly would say, "Save your money, bro." You know, we're not gonna grow like that. It's impossible.
Yeah, but I say that too, but that's because I understand that like the game is done.
You gotta be really committed to pick up this game. I feel like if you're
game is
brand new to the game right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, it is going to be very tough. And it's not. I'm not even just saying that because of the meta. I'm just speaking on like the game itself. Like it takes forever to find lobbies. Like you were streaming today, Daniel. You were sitting there for almost 30 minutes at a time and couldn't even get a match. So it's like imagine a brand new player wanting to learn the game. Yes, all the tech and everything is there, but as far as like playing the game against somebody, we're not even talking about the netcode right now. We're just talking about strictly finding somebody. Unless you're like tapped into the community, you're gonna get like 3 matches in an hour. That's terrible. You should be getting way more than that. Way more reps.
Also,
you're not going to.
Like even then, like for people that are just picking up the game, like this is what I mean by like we fumbled on content. We fumbled on content because like I've been like trying to figure out like what I could do on YouTube like for a niche like for this game. There is like very little tutorial help content on YouTube. And we should have been doing that years ago for new players. So when people come into the game now saying, should I buy this game? It's very hard to say yes because 1, the game is not in the best state. 2, the resources for learning the game are like not there. And 3, like it's very hard to even play the game. Like there's no online.
So
I will say this. My fault to butt in. I think now is probably the perfect time to invite a new player to play the game. Because 1, the game is kind of finished. What I mean by that is you can actually play a completed version of DBFZ. There's no patches. Alright? You can finally play like I guess you could say the finished product, right? And with playing the finished product, you can also expect rollback to come. So there's a lot coming in the future, funny enough. Even though we're at the tail end of this shit, right? Like rollback is coming. The game is complete, so the person can learn everything about Dragon Ball. So like, bless you. So y'all didn't hear we got rollback coming.
Rollback is a fantasy at this point, bro. It's actually.
But continue what you're saying, Posy. Keep going.
Yeah. So like, I think like if a new player wants to come in now, is like, it's not a bad thing because like if he gets the right guy to teach him, right? Because I think we're inviting people. We will coach people. Me personally, I'm not online, so like it's hard to find me online once to be a coach. But like a New York player, I could grab a Sasuke and sit him down and explain the game and break down the game in a higher level. Plus, rollback is coming, so he gets to implement what I show him eventually later down the line. So
Yeah, but you also have to think like, don't think about it from a New York perspective, Posey. Think about it from somebody in fucking Montana or Wisconsin.
I've had this conversation with before, right? Like we're here, us living here in New York, we're actually very, very privileged.
No, we're spoiled.
Yeah, so someone picking up the game in New York is not the same as picking up the game in fucking
Nebraska,
North Dakota.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they don't have like they're not equivalent. Like somebody like Sasuke could pick up the game, go to AOC, and learn because they can actually play the game. It's not the same.
And the crazy thing is that Sasuke is low key getting better.
but think about it like this, right, Posey? Imagine if a player like Sasuke comes to AOC, right, and a player who doesn't have a local, doesn't have an AOC, who's gonna get better? Who's gonna get better quicker? You know, it's Sasuke is privileged because he has all of us. He has people.
It depends. And my fault to cut him off. I think Sasuke has the better chance to get better, but there's a lot of monsters online too, man. They do what they can with the online. They do as best as they could. You got your Jordan B's. You got some.
I agree with that. Faris. I agree with that. Yes, that's all true. But when Sasuke is able to come to, not even Sasuke in particular, just anybody in particular, right? If you're able to come through to AOC, to TSL, and you have access to the best, literally the best players in the world at your disposal right there, just you can literally just reach your arm out to them and you can literally touch their shoulder and be like, hey, can I ask you this real quick? Like, that's not the same. Like, not everybody has the accessibility.
Yeah, of course. No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
And that's what I'm referring to. Like, when you can turn to your head and be like, so Posy, why did you do this there? You can tell them right then and there. Online, I'll play you in a set, and now I have to send you a message on Twitter, hoping that you respond, message you on Discord, hoping that you respond, right? There's another step that goes into that process. I have to do more work. This player from North Dakota, this player from Nebraska, they have to do a lot more work versus the player coming down to the local here in New York and just turning their head and be like, hi Nitro, how you doing? Can you teach me this real quick? Can you show me how this works? It's very different. Very, very different.
Yeah, and it just goes back to us just being spoiled. I call that, there's no other way to describe it, man. Like, we're spoiled and we're blessed.
Okay, so it's something I would say. Being somebody who did kind of have a small community in Atlanta and then falled out after a while with the game, the new meta came, a lot of people dropped the game. I wouldn't necessarily say you're spoiled, because what happens is, okay, you are spoiled. I'm not gonna say that. You guys are spoiled in New York. However, you still have to take initiative outside of the community to want to get better. So like I see Akari in there seeing like talking about streams, talking about the servers, talking about everything there. That's things that these new players have to do. You're not gonna just get on the game, see the meta, pick up the meta, and become this great player. You're gonna have to put the time and the dedication in. You guys, even though you guys are spoiled, I do see a drive from a lot of you guys there. I do see that you guys want to get better. You guys talk trash. You guys are there supporting Bum Stream. You're entering the online tournaments, even though you don't have to because you're offline. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're doing those things. Me, from somebody who did have it and now doesn't have it, now I'm finding out, like, okay, I don't really have a community to play the game offline with it. Let me try to get as many games online with people that are better than me, try to learn as much as I can learn, and then go travel, because that's my only options I have. While other people will just be like, I don't have a community, no point in getting better, I'm just going to sit here and complain about the game, game's trash, and then just shit on the game on Twitter all day. When in reality, you can somewhat get better, but you have to put in that time and effort.
Yeah.
Because the tech is everywhere. It's everywhere. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit there and say it's easy, but like, the tech is everywhere. You can go figure out how to play all your characters on Twitter right now. You got dust loops. You got all these things you can do. Now, are you going to be the best with those characters? No, but you'll get a general overall understanding, and then it's up to you to get to that next level. So it's just like, all these things together with the community is things that we all need to apply with each other, because I feel like I've been seeing you guys, a lot of you New York fellas hustling more, going out to more sessions more, Like Daniel's stream has been jumping, Posy, your stream has been jumping, Nitro stream. I've been seeing it. Like I'm watching you guys do what you got to do. So salute to you guys as well because you're trying to keep it pushing forward.
Yeah, like I think that's been. I don't know if that was the point when I did Demonic Gate. I don't know if my goal was like. I was just like, because I really thought like I was gonna be done, right? Like I thought I found this job, and then luckily, unfortunately, you could say it didn't work out. But guess what? I got to stay in the fighting game community, which is funny. I don't know if that's a good thing, but we hit. But like, I was able to like stay here, and now like, I'm still gonna be able to travel to Frosty and stuff of that nature. But like, I remember just thinking like. Like, I don't know why I did Demonic Gate. I was just like, if I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out swinging. Let's do this. Let's do it this way. And this is where the spoiler part comes in, right? But this is also me building a good reputation with my guys. I was able to throw a whole 16-man bracket in the way that I threw it. And that was all based off reputation, right? And, like, it just worked out. Like, I don't know if I started something. Daniel carried it on, and now Bum is about to do a whole G League. I feel like we were agreeing that, even if we hate the game or not.
But Posy, remember at Demonic Gate, I said that shit too. I was like, you can only play in so many double Elan brackets before shit gets boring.
Yeah, and I wanted to be creative with this one. I'm like, I can invite the 16 best players, or I can invite the 8 best players and just do what they do. Yeah, compete, guys. Show them that you're the best. But no, let's add a little spice to it. So the way I've been building my YouTube and like my portfolio, right? Anytime I got the players involved, if you look at all my thumbnails on YouTube, there's no Dragon Ball. It's the players. And to that, right? I think the problem with the content creators in the community is that these guys are like, yeah, I got a Gogeta on my thumbnail. Plus a cheesy title, and that's it. Niggas gotta show themselves. Niggas gotta show identity.
Look at the
because you're just
sub to real quick. Make sure you guys sub to the Posy YouTube channel. He got hella content there from Demonic Gate, so go ahead and show Posy some love. Go ahead, continue.
How greatly appreciated. Feel me for the one time. But like, yeah, like I would look at other people's YouTube, and I'm like. It works for them, but that's not really what I want to do. I'm like, if I'm gonna post shit about the players, about everybody, I want niggas to know their identity, right? I don't want it to be like some soulless ass. You feel me? Like, yeah, let me put a Gogeta here. Let me put a Vegeta here. Like, yeah, exactly. My fault. My mouse was fucked up, so I couldn't go back to the page. You only see the players. You just see who's actually playing, not hype. With Gogeta, Vegeta, Labco. I want to show Dragon Ball side. I want to show him.
You want to show the players themselves, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I feel like that's important. And niggas will never forget Meezy and how he looks like. I mean, niggas will never forget Access and how he looks like. And stuff of that nature. By the way, check out that last team battle. The next video is coming tomorrow. I love that guy. I love that thumbnail.
That thumbnail is OD. Right, but that's why I like it, right? Because sometimes you don't. I want to say nowadays is a lot more rare to see offline footage. Because we went a whole year and a half, 2 years pushing it almost without offline footage, and now it's here. Like we have it. We can be around each other once again, right? Without the risk of COVID and stuff like that, right? Like now we actually have the drive is overall lower, but still showing up, still popping out. It's there. You know what I mean? The love that people have for the game. I mean, we see it every time we stream the game when they're doing Demonic Gate, right? And you're putting up the Matcherino and you're getting people to donate to the Matcherino. When Bum is hosting his events, right? TSLs, AOC, people are still showing mad love to the Matcherino. When I'm doing Angelic Gate, people are showing love to the match. Like people love Dragon Ball. At the end of the day, the love for Dragon Ball is there, but the drive is overall lower, I would want to say.
Yeah, I think the love will never go away, shit like that. But like the drive, I think you said it best. The drive, it's amongst us, right? So like, I know if Jabo lived in New York, he's competing. So scenery helps too. You know what I mean? But there was a point that I think we was about to be down and out, Daniel. I think before Demonic, I think it was done. I could definitely say before Demonic came, it was done.
I would say it was definitely dipping for sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
I feel like we was definitely like, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. If we do this, it's because we just want to link at Posies and Smoke Hookah, or link with Drew. Like, it was just for the links. It wasn't to get better. I feel like now there's like the drive to let's get better again.
Yeah, no, I agree. Well, what do you think about this? I don't know if do you have the chat open on your phone, on your computer or something?
Yeah, I have the chat open.
Do you see what Ape says? He says, if it's hard to find players in general, imagine how hard it is for them to find other players at least near their level, or someone willing to tell them what they went wrong. Most fellows are casuals and don't want to put the time and effort into the game, going through Twitter and Discord, finding text to see if maybe you apply it in a match. I think that's also very true. Finding that going, like, referring to that conversation we was having about that new player from North Dakota.
North Dakota.
That's what Kai said. That's what we're going with. Right?
Yeah.
Those I think about those players. You know, I do feel for them because they don't have the accessibility, so it's hard. So which is why I say the love is there, but the drive isn't. That's why I say that.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
But I also think about the players like Leo from Mississippi.
Okay.
You know, that get busy, and he's from Mississippi, gang. You feel me? He's gonna play in his lag. But once he got the chance to pop out offline and at Daytona, he did his thing. So like, doesn't mean you gotta keep on trying, even when the going gets tough.
No.
You got him from Mississippi. You got Florida technically can't play online, but they thug it out. They do their thing.
Those Florida players are all demons. I was playing Vermeer the other day, and my man's playing in the worst conditions possible, man. Holy.
No, Vermeer is Tennessee.
Oh, he's Tennessee?
Yeah.
Oh my lord! I thought he was Florida. Okay.
You feel me? Jabo's Georgia. Like it's
Put
hard,
that man
man.
in a whole nother. He said, "I thought that man was Florida."
I thought he was. K-Sec is Florida. Yeah, K-Sec is Florida.
But you know what's so crazy? K-Sec has great connection.
I don't know, bro.
So do you think they be capping out there and they just be like, some people just be really having trash connection? Because I'm not gonna lie, some Florida players do be having that nice connection, and then others it be mad sus.
Luke Cards is on the best. That was Perfección is definitely on the terrible side.
Yeah, but one of the things I want to ask, because I know we kind of strayed away from it earlier, but since we spoke about both like the competitive side for you and then your commentary side, what's actually more difficult, commentating or competing?
Getting good at commentary.
Commentary is more difficult?
No, it has to be competing. But
you don't even know.
No, because for me, right? Like, I don't even know. Like, I want to say I did commentary at the highest level possible. Like, it's weird. Like, I would say competing is harder because you got to beat Nitro and Pred. And like when you're good enough to almost do it, it's extremely difficult. You know what I mean? Like that is hard. Like it more than anyone else.
Yeah.
If you live in New York, you know how difficult that task is. Even against Meezy. Meezy's never mind. You're good against Meezy. I've gotten Meezy before, but like this version of Meezy is probably a nightmare to beat. And now we got Muffin in them.
We got new players in the mix, right? But you're able to beat these players too, right? So, and a lot of these players that you're naming, they can't, myself included, like we don't even fit your shoes when it comes to commentary.
Oh, when it comes to commentary, so like, it's weird. Like at the Nationals, I will commentate regularly. I will say this: 2021 was it? I think it was after I did Paris. I definitely lost the job to commentate though.
Why?
100%. Because I realized, holy shit, I'm not that bad at the game, and I realized I really love competing.
Oh.
So,
So
you know what I
enjoy
mean?
competing more than you like commentating?
Yeah, man. There's no better throw.
Really?
There's no better throw. But
Huh.
again, this goes back to that spoil shit, right? I experienced like how fun and free it is to be a commentator in New York, but I also experienced how pressure filled and how hard you're pushed as a competitor in New York. Like there's just no better throw, bro. Like I can't explain it.
Yeah, but I
But you
think
got
it's the best way for you to explain it too, right? Because you're able to experience both. A lot of us can
like
experience both at the highest level. Maybe one or the
I've
other.
done like I've done both at the highest level too. Like I got to commentate Hook versus Sonic. To me, like that is the most highest level set I ever commentated. That's like up there for me. Like I got to commentate Hook versus Sonic, and
Is that your
I feel like
favorite? Is that your favorite set that you've commented?
I think that's the best set I ever commented.
Which is your favorite?
My favorite, Nitro fucking up Yasha, 100%.
Damn, it's like that.
100%, that was my favorite. Cause I don't even understand, bro. Paris was
The difference was shown.
The difference was shown, and I'm so fucking glad because these Paris niggas was talking mad shit. Y'all already know my body about these, man. These niggas was just talking mad shit, bro. And when Nitro showed the fucking difference,
The
like
skill difference. What match was it? What tournament was it?
this was
World Championship.
this is loser semis, World Championship, bro. And like, let me just explain the day. And this is when I realized, yo, if this is the game, I do not care to commentate it. I hit that point.
Versus Nitro players are ready.
Look at me right there, my greasy ass face and my curly ass hair.
Almost forgot.
Yo,
So,
Kane,
like-
thank you.
So like, bro, so we're in France, right? And bro, they got a crowd. Look at that crowd. Those are all French niggas.
That's
All
not-
French niggas.
Y'all in their home turf.
So pause it real quick, Daniel, so I can just give you my day pretty much.
Go ahead.
So that day, I went out. I went out with Hook. We went to La Importante, but we was outside till 5:30 in the morning. I had to dip because Renif was drunk as shit, and I had to take him home. Had to carry her home. He was like, "Yo, Posy, you always seen with me. You really are a good friend." It's mad drunk. It's going side to side, right? So I get home at 7. I gotta be at commentary by like 3 in the afternoon. I look good. I look fresh. And I was drunk, but like I was totally sober by then.
You was drunk when you were commentating this?
Yeah, bro.
And the truth comes out.
I was a little litty.
That was a little spaz.
I was a little smooth. Look at that thing.
That explains your face. Why your face is so lit up like that.
Yo, the where you have it on your like on the stream right now is hilarious. With him saying that he's drunk.
Yeah, I was litty, bro. Cause like, yo, bro, France was lit though. The trip was lit. Working it was a little bit of a more of like a personal struggle because dude, it's the middle of the summer. France is hot in the summertime. It's just like New York. Yo, gang, there was no AC in that venue, bro.
Oh.
No AC. I got my curly ass hair. You see how greasy my face is. Bro, I'm just like, yo, I'm busting right now. And luckily, Kusix got more drunk than me. So he got there late. I was supposed to commentate a lot more matches, but because Kusix was late, Asenka's like, brother, you be the host for today. I'm like, you dead ass? I'm like, yes!
Oh, so you was in your bag. You was in your element.
I was happy, bro. They put me as the host, commentating like 2-3 sets. Kusix had to work the whole day. Bro, because wearing those headsets, my nigga, you take them off, it was like a shower on your ears.
Nah,
It was hot.
Imagine. I can see the grease stains from right here.
Yeah, bro, it was hot. And we sharing them shits, nigga. God was with me. He didn't get me COVID. I was chilling.
In a pandemic.
In a pandemic.
Apparently, we had our freedom at this point. So, yeah, bro, like the conditions was hot. So, as the match is going on, I have the epiphany. Wow. These blue hair niggas are literally the best thing in the game. And They nerfed Lab Coat. They nerfed Margin 21.
Yeah.
I just said to myself, that was the moment. You know, I've been preaching. Like, that trip, that day I had to commentate, I finally realized, like, holy shit. We're not winning Evo. There's absolutely no
That's
way
when
we're
you
winning
realized
Evo.
America wasn't winning Evo?
Yeah, that's when I realized. I'm like, bro, Wawa and Yasha is probably going to be grand finals. And it's not because of skill. It's just, my nigga, Bandai said you're here.
Oh, with the patch when they nerfed the Americans and then they buffed the French.
Bro, like, this shit was... Bro, Nitro literally had to be the best version of himself to beat Yasha. And it's not to say, damn, why can't you do this combo at Evo, my nigga? He went to the same combo. Oh, my God. Fucking, oh, my God. But that's besides the fact.
But is that... See, no. It's interesting, though, right? But is that the competitor in you speaking or is that the commentator in you speaking?
No, a commentator mixed with the competitor. Because the thing is, so me and Nitro, we have that link where, like, we play the same show. And technically, I played the show first, but, like, was I really playing the show? You know what I mean? I'm not really the guy that kind of expanded it. But, like, I always understood the routes. I understood the neutral. So, like, I know if I have Blue Kuei, I have this specific extension with Majin 21. So, like, I usually crack the joke, like, I'm one of the most optimal Majin 21s in Dragon Ball. And it's because I know every little dive route you're supposed to do. I don't do her rejumps, of course, but like I know how to do her B&Bs. I know how to maximize her B&Bs.
Okay.
So like,
yeah. I mean, you said it earlier. Your rejumps are 3 for 10. So go ahead, Kite.
I will say that Posy was one of the first ones to do steel stuff. Oh yeah, Nitro and I stole all that shit.
Yeah. Nitro would say like, you think I've been doing this. Like, yeah, bro, I swear, God, I hate y'all. You know what guys used to do when they used to get all the stocks? They used to EX. I'm like, dude, you
lost plus 40, bro.
It is plus 40, but I'm like,
it's like plus 20 something or some shit.
But I'm like, y'all lost the point of like playing Majin 21. This is supposed to be another layer that like, feel me, like.
So you're saying basically what you're saying is that you're the first one to think outside the box with Majin 21.
Say that again, Danny, before you was in and out.
I said basically he was the first person to play outside the box with Majin 21.
I think so, yeah. I mean, I wasn't the most skilled with her, of course, but like I'm like, holy shit, she has this. This is very intriguing. Like that's what I was saying to myself.
Okay.
I'm feeling like, oh, this is an interesting picture. I'm like, holy shit, like Yellow Steel's actually like is an anti-air. The volley key blast, you could do level 3. And then now is when I'm even using the steals even more because I think you gotta use your steals now more than ever. Like going on first.
Yeah.
To make her feel even cheap now, like so like I have found like a recent like newfound love for Majin 21 now. Like I'm genuinely enjoying her. Cause now you gotta play her a different.
I think that's super important, right? Like it's like we were saying earlier in the conversation. You have to play your favorite characters if you actually want to continue. If you want to do your best, I think if you play your best characters, your favorite characters, you will overall do better than just playing top tiers.
But sometimes in life you gotta be a cab driver.
You could be a cab driver all day, every day, but I don't think you would actually reach your potential max. Your actual best version of yourself. I don't think Nitro would ever have been Nitro if he didn't play his favorite character being Majin 21.
Yeah.
He got to express, he got to finesse with that character. You know what I mean? He got to show the world why he's him. You get what I mean?
It was actually UI Goku, but...
Well, UI Goku, Majin 21, like the Kid Boos when he was playing.
He genuinely loves it. He's so the best Goku Blue. It's so annoying. Even though he stole like the how to get dirty with him for me.
How to get jiggy with it?
Like, cause like I am the dirtiest Goku Blue in the world. Like that doesn't mean it's a clean Goku Blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can hit anyone with that nigga. I'm just like that. Again, like that goes back to identity. Cause you could play Blue Cool like everyone else, or you could just be like, wait, instant transmission, or niggas. So that's how I treat the game, and like players when I play against them. Are they really this good? Are they really always gonna be this on point? Look at that shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
He got combos. Real quick, I want to ask the chat if you guys have any questions. Like now, we're about an hour and 20 minutes in. If anybody in the chat has a question that we haven't asked already, or something they want to ask Posy directly, let me know. But while they type up their questions, Posy, what is in storage for you, like future wise? Like I know you always say every other weekend I'm done with this game, I quit. But what's the future plans for Pack 'em Up Posy?
Future plans for Pack 'em Up Posy. Well, we go on a Frosty. Kind of want to get my. I don't think I'm gonna get top 8 at BBB. I mean, we'll try though. We'll 100% try. Fucking mashing ass nigga calling Barry right there. Of course he would. But man, look at this fucking difference, bro. The fucking difference. Well, let me get back to the question. I'm sorry. They said always gets me playing. So the future is. I already have a stain for the year, so Frosty dubbed me for commentary. Like they actually dubbed me. They said no. They were like, yeah, we already got our commentators, and that shit feels like a stain because like for some reason I can't commentate that bum ass event. Like Elvin Shadow would just not hire me, and like and it's crazy because like I've got recommendations to commentate that event. Like from Yipes and Romanova, and he will still dump me. I don't know what I did to that guy. I don't even know. Yeah, that's the Posy mix right there. He stole that from me. So like right now, it's about getting my commentary name because I think niggas forgot, bro.
They forgot who you were on commentary?
I really think so because it's like, it's crazy.
Okay.
Like that's one of my goals. I want to show like I was him in this commentary shit. Because I could say I definitely fell back for like the past since Paris of 2021. I definitely fell back, and I've had some good commentary performances too. You feel me? I felt like Mangaka at Otaku was like lit.
I think Mangaka is one of those commentators who's actually pretty underrated.
I think he's good.
I think he's good too. I think I never heard of him before till I think it was Texas Showdown.
Yeah.
And I heard him commentate. I was like, wait, this guy's actually pretty good. Yeah,
so like I just thought like, man, he's probably like extra. And I hate extra commentators, funny enough. Like the real like extra they just get unnecessary hype. And I remember like I linked up with him on Taco. I'm like, yo, bro, like go about it this way. I'll follow your lead. You can take the lead. And it was smooth because he was saying the corniest jokes, and like I thought it was hilarious how corny they were. And so that's another thing with commentary, right? It's always good to try to get to know the person while you're commentating.
Yeah, understand who they are to build that chemistry.
Yeah, understand what they are and like build that chemistry and make them strong. So like the reason why I think I've always been like someone that people either love commentating with or just likes my commentary is I'm not a one-man show. I'm throwing alley-oops off the backboard. You feel me? I'm throwing alley-oops. I'm setting people up to be good on commentary. Like a vanish. Amazing. Anyways.
You're being immersed into the set right now.
Well, I'm going back to that day in Paris. Because I'm like, this thing is only better because this bitch is nerfed. 2 weeks before this. And then I'm going to dip my hand in Street Fighter 6. I'll give it a try.
Okay. Toby asked, Posy, who's the best player you've ever been in a set? This is for all three of you. Posy, Kite, and J-Bo. Let's start with Kite. Go ahead, Kite.
So online is Sonic Fox. I played him on Parsec.
Oh, so is this tournament sets or this is like casual sets? Oh,
It's just the best player you've ever beat. That was the question.
If you're talking about in tournament, probably Pred. I beat Pred in tournament once.
Really? When?
2019.
Kind of got like that's a good
one. A while ago.
What tournament was this?
Oh, you said any sets, so I guess
What tournament did you beat Pred at?
It was at one of the Panda Global tournaments.
Okay.
Any set, or if you're talking any set, then it's Yasha at Evo. I played him in a first of three, or was the first of two? Forgot. Yeah, I beat him.
Okay. J-Bo?
Uh, Me's most jazz rap.
Beating Jazz Rap?
Yeah, he was my demon for like a really long time. So I got him twice in the same tournament.
Well,
Like, he
that's
was beating
clean.
me.
Okay.
Yeah, he was beating me like because he's actually the one who got me to playing this offline because I know his cousin. And from there, like I kept losing to him over and over. So season 1, season 2, everything. I finally got it. I was like pretty hyped.
Okay. And what about for you, Mr. Posey?
Ah, man.
It's kind of hard, man. I'm trying to think. Any set?
Any set, tournament, casuals, anything.
I mean, I think the toughest player on my resume might be Meezy.
Really?
Yeah, I think that because I think of Meezy now. When I beat Meezy, then like in tournament, it wasn't like really that. He was like I actually too old him too. Ooh, that mess was fire. Yeah, like I actually too old him and shit. So like it wasn't like really that tough to beat him back then. I think about beating Meezy now. I think it's hard, man, because I think Meezy's top 4 to top 5 in New York.
You know, I disagree, but I'm a hater, so.
You don't think Meezy's top 5 in New York?
We could get into that another day.
Yeah, so like
Daniel think he top 5.
I mean, Kai is up there too. Being Kai ass free every time, that should be lit.
Anyways. My favorite, the best player I've ever beat in a set, Toby once been answered as well. You know, perfecting Kai over the weekend was definitely on the.
Anyways, that was a 1v1.
Damn, why you do you like that?
You were getting fried most
Perfecting
I beat you on your main, bro.
Why you do you like that?
Perfecting Kai and beat him in the 1v1.
You're on the same thing, bro. Fucking up Kai is like it's like mad fun for some.
Nah, but it is one of those things, right? Because I am a content creator, you feel me? But one of my favorite sets ever was actually beating Silver at the house.
100%. I think that is definitely your best win. 100%.
Yeah, I think beating Silver because like I was 100% the underdog and Silver's one of those players who was being nasty, who was like mastering the season 2 meta with the snap loops and all that. And I came in here underhand and I actually ended up beating Silver in that set, and I think that's definitely like one of my best ones for sure.
Yeah,
I know my best set actually. I know my best set. It was Bum's birthday bash 2019, my first round when I watched Daniel.
Okay, man. Yes, Silver, Bardock Silver.
I had to watch Daniel real quick.
D ask, do you plan on commentating any other games, Posey?
I would definitely like to. I want to give Street Fighter 6 a try. I'm gonna play Tekken 8 for story purposes alone, and I'm gonna see if I jump in there too at the same time. I think I should because I really love that game, at least story wise, and I do love commentating it. So I feel like I do like kind of like shield myself from trying new games. Like I'm pussy. Like I think I could do other games, but it's so hard to like dive into another one. So I'm gonna leave the nest. Nice.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
And I guess the last question I see here, who's top 5 in New York then, Posey?
Top 5 in New York, Nitro Pride, Meezy, Hikari, Meezy, doesn't even matter.
So that's 4.
That's 4. And then the 5th, you could put Muffin in right now for sure, but I think Forty could climb back up there again.
Muffin, that's interesting. You think Muffin actually has stepped it up crazy?
Won the AOC.
He did.
You know, I mean,
you forgot Access.
Yeah, so like, yeah, I will put Access there too.
Wait,
Access
so that's 6. You got it. Only 5. Limited to 5.
Yeah, 5. So like, yeah, I got Axe 5th. Yeah.
So reiterate. So you got Nitro, Pred, Muffin, Axe, Meezy.
Yeah.
Muffin
over Hikari. No, Hikari's still top 5. Hikari's still top 5, 100%.
This is only New York. My top 5 in New York, in no order, I'll say Pred, Nitro, Axe, I want to put Lex in there, honestly.
Nah, you said Nitro Pred Axe, right?
Nitro Pred Axe, Lex.
I feel like you gotta pick one or the other when it comes to Axe and Lex.
I got Axe, but I don't.
Why?
Is this only? Are you already talking about New Yorkers here, or can anybody comment?
Only he said. Well, the question is just New York.
No, I'm saying like, is he asking just you guys because you guys live in New York, or everybody's opinion?
Oh, he just
everyone's opinion.
Okay, let me.
And the fifth one, I'm not sure who I throw in fifth right now.
What about Hikari?
Didn't Meezy do it to him? But I can't. I also can't put Meezy because Meezy not seeing me. So see, this is how determine player skill levels, bro. I'm peak mid, and if you can't beat me, then I don't know what to tell you.
So true.
Did you just use my philosophy real quick?
I'm peak. I literally believe that I'm peak mid. So
Nitro's so much better. Nitro is 100 times better than this thing.
Yeah,
it is insane.
See that barrier.
I don't care. People got like it. People how much we knew.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Dimitri asked an interesting one as well. He says, if our prayers are answered and we get rolled back with patch notes, how long do you think it would add to the game's lifespan?
A full year, I think. I'm expecting DBFZ to die like by May to June when Street Fighter V comes out.
6.
But at the same time, I think that game is still a fixture in New York, though. I don't think it just dies like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what you see. That's why I said prayers. Okay, no, that's fair.
It depends what's on the patch, bro.
If it's a good patch, it can. I think
assuming that it's a good patch, that means that you touch all the system mechanics, but it just doesn't become Dragon Ball at that point. So.
No, I think a good patch will add another year or two to the game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking my shit to Damascus, nigga. I was like, yeah, that's a bum ass niggas. Ain't no way you could fuck with me.
You were definitely excited. Look at you cheesing. I never seen so many teeth like that. Oh, every single one of your teeth is showing.
And them teeth are drunk too, nigga. Look how yellow they look.
Oh my god. But now, if you guys have any more questions for Mr. My Heart,
I just want to let you guys know, yeah, my heart's 100%.
Any words you want to say to the people hating on your competitive niceness? How nasty you are? Anybody that can see you?
I'm definitely gonna name no plays. Yo, Jack, I see you, bro. I'm a stain. It's a stain that niggas lose to me, Jack. Damn, I forgot. There was a couple niggas in that chat that were just like hating, and I'm just like, yeah, bro, there's no way. Like, y'all really like this? But then again, New York knows. Why did I pack up a card? Yeah, but for 84, yo, no lie, guys. So
what did he say? I didn't even see what he said.
Nah, it's cool. So continue.
86,000 seconds.
He can hold that.
That's 24, nigga.
I'll see him tomorrow. Damn.
Nah, so I think for one, opponents gotta stop sleeping on the ops, man. Like if you're competing against someone, especially at this height of the game, I think anyone could get anyone.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
I saw Kite struggling against some dude named J Rush. Never seen him up there.
You're definitely gassing it. You're definitely gassing it.
But you took your last
everybody's catching strays today.
Yeah, definitely. I played to the level of my opponent, bro. Come on.
So hard to do, by the way.
It is a difficult thing to do. But
yeah, so fuck you, Drac. That was cool. But I saw you said that shit too. Everyone from Daniel's chat that was like, is this a stain that nature's did me?
How does this affect Daniel's legacy?
How does this affect Daniel's legacy? Fucking little sis ass bitches. Like, fuck this y'all talking about.
You're not gonna come on my people like that, gang. You're not gonna come on my people.
I'm him. Bro, holla at your chat, my nigga. They all
How about this, Posy? How about this? I select 5 people from my chat. You select 5 people from your chat, and they gotta go at it. 5v5.
Nah, the thing is that my chat don't even got nigga. You got Dow, you got Drac. Drac is
Bro,
good. I ain't
Posy,
know.
I'm in your chat, little sis. I'll handle that.
I ain't gonna lie. I got Kite though.
What's
I got
Kite?
Posy.
Didn't Kite get perfected by me?
Anyways,
Posy, I appreciate you
but
coming
we can
through.
run it. We can run it right now. We can run it. I'll pull up to
Posy.
your crib, bro.
Oh,
Posy, I appreciate you, gang. I appreciate you pulling up to the podcast.
Nah, look at him. Look at him.
Nah, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, J-Bo and Kite. J-Bo, I miss you, man. And my couch is right here in my heart.
Well, you know I'm coming back, bro.
The casting
10K?
couch?
10K? Bro.
You already know my first roommate for AOC will be J-Bo.
Ooh, just
Like
like
outside,
that.
bro. It's like that, bro.
Man, Posy getting top 8 at BBB. Mark it down. Look, mark the podcast right here. Top 8
Nah,
BBB.
get in top for that BBB. See, any bumps event, there's no way I come out of pools. Bro, I'm the TO. There's just no way.
Yeah, just make sure you start round 3. That's it.
Yeah.
Start round
Just
3.
give yourself a head in seating.
Yeah, that's it. Put yourself number 1 in seeding.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing all that bullshit at BBB. I'm not thinking of giving myself Yasha or Wawa second round. Fuck that. I'm gonna try to win that one, nigga.
Exactly.
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna put myself in Wawa's pool, keep myself away from Wawa, and give my shit an easy path 100%. Niggas is gonna be tired of me.
Any colluders? Any colluders?
I must collude.
But yeah, Posy, you already know. I appreciate you pulling up to the podcast, showing love.
No doubt. I hope I spread some knowledge.
Where can the people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Posy_92. You can find me at Twitch, Posy92. My YouTube is Pack 'em Up Posy. That's PACKEMUP. I'll put a direct link right now in the chat. Just released this new video. It's a team battle. If you guys are wondering where I got the thumbnail inspiration, that's my YouTube right there. That's the YouTube channel. In case you guys are wondering what that thumbnail is from, again, I love Tekken. It's probably my favorite fighting game series. So there's a story in the game, and that's pretty much inspiration from the Tekken 2 character select screen. So, I mean, my advice, my last words will be to the content creators: show y'all face, man. Show who y'all are, bro. I feel like that's important, man.
Don't hide behind the screen.
Yeah, like show your face, man. Show that it's Show that it's more than just Dragon Ball. Show them that you're giving the community an extension of yourself. Not that you're good at a video game. It's I'm good at a video game and here's me. Ooh. So when you put up a YouTube video, put a thumbnail of yourself. For me, and there's room for Dragon Ball, then you put it. But you come first. Then Dragon Ball comes second.
Okay.
Yeah, that was bars. That was
bars. But all right.
You're a rapper now?
I appreciate you, Posy. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Appreciate you, man. Johnny Craig.
Time for the session. Time for the offline sessions.
Bro, he's faking. 100%. Johnny Craig session.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys enjoy the video, please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and show some love to Pack 'em Up Posy.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all be easy, man. Like, comment, subscribe, son.
All right.